talking special teams. Hell yeah. It's Papa and Silver, and it's not just us, because we got a guest going right away. Long snapper Jon Weeks.
Yes!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Dude?
Thanks for having me. This is great.
No, absolutely,
Appreciate
man. And look, I got to tell you a true story. So we're the flagship of the 49ers, obviously, and the San Francisco Giants. We're out there for a Giants Day game. Papa had been going to OTAs.
Okay.
He just comes up to
I
me.
said, who's the short guy that's long snapping?
He's like,
Who
bro.
is
Who
this guy?
let the random
What is this,
fan
one
on
of-
the field to
this one
snap
of
to the
John's
punter?
kids or something?
And he looks at me and he goes, bro, I got a crush on Jon Weeks. He goes, this guy's a machine.
That's funny.
So how was season 1 in San Francisco?
Oh.
And, I mean, forever in Houston.
Right.
Veteran experience. You come to San Francisco. Obviously, special teams in 2024 was a disaster.
Sure.
This year, it was fantastic. You were a big part of that.
Okay, well,
How
I
was the
appreciate that.
experience?
Thank you. I mean, what a fantastic experience. I'm so happy that I was able to come over here. I love everything about the organization, the locker room, the guys in the locker room, everything from the top up, from the Yorks to Lynch to Shanahan has just been top-notch, man. It's been really cool to be a part of.
So the reason I geeked out on you,
Okay.
before I got sick, I went down to the OTAs, and I
Right.
stand behind John and Kyle when it's special teams, and I'm watching you.
Okay.
And you're just a machine. You
Well,
are la
I
machine.
appreciate it.
Yeah, every snap. And Kondo was good. We had some good ones here, Adam True and Brian Jennings.
Yeah.
But you were, so during the course of a year, unfortunately for your position, when you go to Football Reference, there's no stats.
Right.
Making tackles is there and
Yeah,
all that,
that
and you're
jumps
good
out a
at
little
it.
bit, sure.
But with you and your coaches, Brandt,
Yep.
how many snaps this year, John, of all the ones you had in punt
Right.
formation, extra points, field goal placement, how many snaps were you not happy with the entire year?
It would be 3 punts and 2 field goals.
He knows right away.
Yeah.
And why was the punts? You had a new punter with Morstead.
Thomas
You
is
didn't know
an
him before.
amazing punter.
Yeah. Well, you guys were
I put-
together with the Jets, right?
No, so I was never with the Jets. 15 years in
he was
Houston.
Oh, pardon me.
Sure.
What am I saying? Yeah,
Yep,
he was there
15
with
years in
Boyer.
Houston,
Right,
sure,
right,
yep.
right.
No, so with Thomas, as much as he tried to be great about it, I thought the ball was a little bit too low. I threw 3 balls around his knee, which was unsettling. I was a little upset with that. So, but something that Thomas, handled very well and hit a great football. The other ones, Eddie is about as fast as a field goal kicker as I've ever got to work with, which is really cool because he requires you to be on your stuff. If you're a little bit off as an operation, something bad could go happen. So working with those two this year was awesome. I had 1 ball. Unfortunately, we got it tipped at the line, but I threw one. I had laces straight back, which was upsetting. And then I had another one.
Laces out, brother.
I had another
Laces
one
out.
where I had to have Thomas. I think I threw it, and it was right around his face mask, which is a little up.
He doesn't like
and
that.
with Eddie being so quick, it's more of a bang bang. You want to give it a little bit lower so Eddie's got a little more time to see the ball. But Eddie being Eddie drilled that kick, put that through, and made me and Thomas look real good. So if you want to be super picky, we'll go 4.
They're
But
pretty damn good.
but I'm gonna criticize myself for the
And
second
that's why you
one,
were a
so.
Pro Bowler.
Well, I
again.
appreciate that.
Now,
Thank
Were
you.
you actually?
Thank
Were
you,
you
thank
actually one? I'm watching the game last night. Trent's
I was out
there.
there. We
I know.
tried. Me,
I
Aubrey, and
know.
Tress tried real hard to get the kicking game involved.
Could you have hit the ceiling at 37 feet? Pretty easy, right? There's one of the kickers.
Oh yeah,
Brandon
yeah,
Aubrey would've
yeah.
nailed
There's
it.
no way. There's no way the kickers could have done anything on that field in the little area that we were
37
in
feet
yesterday. Yeah,
high.
no, wouldn't
I remember
have a
the
chance.
first time with the Raiders going into Dallas Stadium, Leckler's hitting the scoreboard.
Oh
You
man,
worked
he
with
loved
Shane.
that. I worked with Shane. Shane's one of my favorite people in the whole world. We talk every couple months, checking in on each other. His girls are superior athletes. I think his oldest is playing volleyball. I think his youngest is committed to Baylor, Sikkim,
Right.
as a softball player.
Yeah,
Because
you know Baylor.
unlike Shane, most of his family went to Baylor because they're super smart, and he went to A&M because he's not. But
True.
yeah,
You know,
no,
to
Shane.
me-
One thing I'll never forget about Shane is Shane's goal when we went to Dallas was to pepper the scoreboard because he knew Jerry hated it.
I was there the first game
He
we went in
just-
there.
and
yeah.
he loved just peppering this thing.
Yeah.
So the rule, I guess, is that if you hit the scoreboard during a play, the play ends.
Dead ball.
So we're in the preseason because normally Houston and Dallas we'd play each other that preseason 4 because we're
Right,
so
right.
close. And someone bet Shane like 500 on the sideline, like you're not gonna rip this. So he took it. We proceed to go out. I snap. I sprint my tail as fast as I can down the field, and he just decks the scoreboard.
Of course he does.
And I'm gassed coming back, and he's got a huge smile. I'm like, "What's so funny, dude?" He's like, dude, I just pocketed $500. I said,
made it
Shane, I
5,000.
said, Shane, if you're going to do something like that, give me a heads up so I don't sprint down the field and look like a jerk, you know?
If I hit the scoreboard, going to be a dead ball.
So what a great human being he was. And you mentioned John. John's somebody, Kondo, who snapped for the Raiders for a long time that I looked up to a ton
good guy.
when I was going through my process of trying to get in.
So it took forever for Ray Guy to make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Finally got in.
Mhm.
Shane, to me, I mean, some of the numbers, he wanted Sammy Balls, Mark. Shane got them all. Shane needs to be a Hall of Famer one day. We'll find out on Thursday. I think Roger Craig is going to make it. But my question is, where are we at with a sport called football, with the foot part of the game? Last night, I don't see a punt. I don't see it's not football. And I understand where we're going with flag. It's fine. Let's keep everybody healthy. But the analytics of the game, where are you at with fourth down and the way fourth down is being treated in football today, where we don't punt on fourth down, we go on it. Right. 4th and 3 or 4, we're going for it. We're not kicking that plus 40 field goal. There's some long ones this year,
for sure.
But a lot we're going for it. Where are we with the foot in football?
I mean, what a great question, right? The game's definitely changed. It's evolved. I think analytics have become a huge part of it. And I think those are just one of those situations where you have to trust your coach. Tremendous faith and trust in Coach Shanahan. And he's not somebody who just kind of is like, oh, we're just going to go for this for the sake of going for it. Conditions are always involved. You know, he likes to know, like, hey, where's Eddie's spot here? How's the wind? What's going on here? I know him and Coach Boyer are in constant communication on the sideline. So that's something where you just trust your head coach. You know, when he makes the call to go for it, you hope it works out.
But do you worry about long snapper, punter, field goal, the trio you guys are together? Where are these positions going to be at in the league?
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how much does the NFL like the new kickoff? How did it work out? Is it something that's going to stick?
What do you think?
Or if it's not, because there were rumors in the past that if this doesn't work out, you're looking at the play possibly getting removed. Well,
do you like it? Do you think it's an improvement in what we've had the last couple of years?
I have my, there's things I like about it. There's things I don't. I think that's kind of everybody's vibe with it. Right. But I think that's one of those things where when you start looking at eliminating plays, special teams plays in general, you're starting to look at eliminating jobs. And that's something to me that's like, I'm an old school guy. I made this team on the 4th preseason game because I went out there and executed all my snaps. So as much as guys hate preseason, for those young guys who are trying to make teams, I always appreciated having those opportunities, right? So there's changes that are being made. I'm more of an old school guy, so I would love to go back to the old kickoff. Some of those plays were crazy, but I understand the health risks behind it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's tough, but we'll see what happens. But just as many special teams plays as possible. I'm all for it.
What was it like going from D'Amico Ryans to Kyle Shanahan? We compare them all the time. When D'Amico, up and coming, becomes the DC, then goes to Houston. How was that transition for you? Did you see some similarities between the two?
Yeah, there's similarities. They're both masters of their craft and what they do, right? And for so long, I think, how's the best way to put it? For so long, I've had a defensive-minded coach. And I know OB was kind of, you could look at him and say he was an offensive-minded coach, but I thought OB did the reserve the right to punt a lot. Kyle's super aggressive offensively, which is really cool to see. I love sitting in his offensive meetings, something I didn't do a lot, but every Saturday night meeting I would sit in and watch him go over, him and Clay Kubiak, who's a tremendous coach as well. Yep. I would watch them go over the first 30 that they scripted out, and it's just so cool to watch how they describe plays, formations, defenses, and, hey, if we get this is what we're doing. If this guy drops here, you're going to be wide open. And then getting to sit back on a Sunday, watch and be
cool.
like,
you're allowed in those meetings.
It's like, kind of there, boom, there it was, right? So,
yeah, right.
And then D'Amico's the same way, just on defense. He's just a master of his craft, super smart. I love that guy to death. Before he was my coach, I was a teammate of his. So, Cap, I have a tremendous amount of love and respect for, and I'm glad to see that he's doing good things over there.
Shows his longevity right there. D'Amico Ryans' teammate, D'Amico Ryans' coach.
15 years you were in Houston, brother. Great to have you. This game on Sunday, Super Bowl 60.
Not watching.
You're not watching?
No.
You love ball. You'll watch.
I love ball.
Right,
I do.
Let's just talk
it's a
teams,
passion of mine. Okay.
Because Seattle's teams are really good. John,
we're talking special teams.
Special teams.
Okay,
just special teams.
They're
starter.
very good.
Jay
very,
Harbaugh
very well coached.
runs the teams. That opening kickoff to begin the divisional to Rashid Shaheed, the way they use the fullback coming across
returner.
to knock out
Yep.
Siren, and Luke got there a little late, and boom, 95 yards later. You guys had a great year. The last couple of games weren't as good in Philadelphia, and obviously the playoff game in Seattle. But to me, Seattle has a decided advantage again. But New
Okay.
England's good, though. How do you see just special teams in Super Bowl 60?
Yeah, both teams are. I mean, I think when it comes to this game in general, special teams is kind of the coin flip, right? I think whoever wins the special teams battle eventually is going to end up winning the game. Seattle, obviously incredibly well coached, a lot of really, really good special teams players, a great kicker, and a really explosive, dangerous returner. They're going to be some kind of game-changing factors in that game. Hopefully, you hope it's positive and not negative, right? But if you look at New England going back to the Belichick-Brady days, it's all they're so well
Larry Izzo
organized. Larry, one of my favorite coaches of all time. I love Larry Izzo.
Yeah.
They're so well coached. They're so disciplined. They don't mess up. They're so organized with everything. They have a stud. Gosh, I'm forgetting his name.
Schooler.
Yes, the stud at.
Schooler's the guy in coverage.
Playing gunner, and
he makes every play.
Right. It's just amazing to watch what they do. They're not. I don't think any team is overly complicated, but they're both very well coached, and they both play their tails off. So it is going to be a really good special teams vibe. And then you wonder, this is just, if you want to get in the deep special teams conversation, do the vets surpass the young bucks, right? Like New England is dealing with a young snapper, a young kicker, a veteran punter who's very good, and I'm sure keeps that room super calm. So
Right.
I haven't seen anything that would tell me they're phased at all. But then you got a great punter in Dixon, you have a great kicker in Myers, and a really solid guy throwing it to him. So
And then the game will kick off at around 3:30. But when night does fall, Levi's from this year.
Yeah.
When night falls, the wind
Levi's
patterns are
tricky.
more profound, especially going through the south uprights, right?
Yep, Levi's tricky, which is where I think Seattle will have a little bit of an advantage because they've actually been in the elements before, so they're going to know. They're going to know the stadium.
Myers
Their
has kicked
specialists,
here for
their
years.
specialists are going to know the stadium a little bit better, obviously. But Levi, I'll tell you what, our first preseason home game this year, I didn't realize the weather, and when I got in that stadium, I said, "Oh, this is different." Now, granted, I was coming from a dome for 15 years, but I was like, "Oh, this is different. This is different." So it'll be fun to watch those two really good team units go after
Good stuff, bro.
Well, thanks for getting us going here on this
thanks for
Wednesday.
having me,
You got a
guys.
Pro Bowl hat?
Congratulations
You got
on
the
your
NFC
second
Pro
Pro
Bowl
Bowl.
hat? I want the hat.
Oh, okay, I got it. It's in the room. I'll get it
Grab
for you.
that for
I got
me.
you, Doc.
I
I got you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
All right,
guys,
Jon
thank
Weeks.